So listen to this shit. My name is Chris Johnson, and I've got a fucking story for you. Now, depending on how long you've listened to the podcast or how long you've known me, you may know that I think my dad's a piece of shit. We don't communicate. I haven't talked to him since 2009. He's just a bad fucking guy, and he's never fucking changed. And I don't like him. My life has been exponentially better without him in it. People still tell me about my dad a lot. Not because I ask, not because I give a shit. I just think, I don't know what it is. Like, people just tell me things. You're talking to people you know, they'll be like, hey, man, your dad moved. Your dad took a new job. It's like, people tell me. So I know what's going on. I got the information. And they just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? People want to talk to you sometimes. So they tell you things. I don't mind. I don't get pissed if I fucking know what he's doing. I don't give a shit. You tell me whatever the fuck you want about him. It's not like a hot button issue where like if he gets mentioned, I just fly off the fucking handle. It just is what it is, as they say, if I can use a douchebag sports cliche. Well, my mom and my dad got divorced at some point in time. I don't specifically remember when. Sometime, within the last 10 years or so. I don't fucking know. It's been a while. So my dad's got this new asshole that he's married to. I've never met her. I just fucking hate her. And here's fucking why. Because she fucks with my mom. My mom had nothing to do with this fucking woman. This fucking woman helped my dad cheat on my mom. So she's a scumbag. She's a scumbag piece of shit. But for some reason, she's got a hard on for my fucking mom, who's never fucking done anything to this woman. My mom gets alimony because she gets alimony. Because fuck you. That's what the fucking court's decided. As somebody who went through fucking divorce court, that's a fucking equation. They just figure out what the fuck you get, and you get what you fucking get. The fact that my dad has to pay alimony, I don't fucking give a shit about at all. Fuck you. You gotta pay alimony because you have to fucking pay alimony. Kiss my fucking ass. I don't feel bad for you. Nobody should feel bad for anybody if they have to fucking pay alimony. Especially if they can fucking afford it. But apparently this fucking woman hates the fact that my mom gets money, I guess. So she would write little fucking notes and just like put her down and all this shit. Write stupid shit on the fucking check. I've done like podcasts about this in the past. Like she would write cunt on the check, but she'd write it backwards. Like it's some kind of fucking spy novel. You gotta fucking figure it out. Anyway, I told my fucking grandma. I fucking threw that piece of shit, those fucking assholes, right under the fucking bus. Grandma was pissed. Grandma bitched at dad. And guess what? The fucking note stopped. My dad tried to play stupid too. Like, I didn't know she was writing those notes. Get the fuck out of here. You had no idea. But anyway. So I talked to my mom, I don't know, often enough. Easily once a month. A little more than that sometimes, depending on what the fuck's going on. I have no idea. Saw her a couple times in November, once in December. Sometimes it goes a little longer, depending on what the fuck's happening. I don't know. But here's the point. The point is that apparently no more notes are being written on the checks. So we snuffed that out. We stifled it. Chris Johnson being a fucking asshole and telling grandma, getting grandma involved, ended that shit. However, she is still like being a toddler about it in like the only way that she can. You know how like sometimes when you get caught doing something or you get in trouble or you're asked not to do something, you try to find a way around it. You know what I mean? You do this shit a lot when you're a little fucking kid. It's like, stop touching your sister. So instead of touching your sister, you'd like put your hand in front of her face. I'm not touching you, that bullshit. So you're still being a fucking dick. You're still doing what your parents don't want you to do. And you know that, but you're not exactly breaking the rule that they set for you. You know what I mean? So this is where we're at now. Like the note stopped, writing shit on the check stopped. But here's what we're doing now. And this is probably the dumbest fucking thing yet. So on the alimony checks, I don't know why this woman does this, but she will write the fucking check out and write it out to like the cent and make sure like the last 3 digits are all 6s and then she'll underline them. I guess the implication is that my mom's a fucking devil. Jesus Christ. The level of passive-aggressive douchebag shit that's involved here is fucking mind-blowing. I haven't told Grandma this one yet, but I think my aunt and uncle listen sometimes, so Grandma might find out. What really fucking gets me about the whole goddamn thing is like, as far as I know, my mom and this woman have never met. This is just the other woman. The fucking set of balls that you gotta fucking have on you to fucking hate the woman that your fucking man was married to or dating or with when they didn't do anything to you. You broke up a fucking marriage. Like, here's why I hate this woman. I hate this woman because when my family was together, even though it was a pile of shit fucking mess, but when my family was together, my mom kind of probably knew that my dad was cheating and my dad was fucking sneaking around behind her back and all that bullshit. And it led to fights at home. She directly, and all the motherfuckers that my dad cheated with, directly impacted my life because there were more fights. There was more bullshit. You ruined my fucking home life because my home life was a toxic fucking mess because of all that shit. So I hate every one of those women. I hate every fucking one of them because you're fucking with people's lives. Now, if you didn't know he was married, fine. I don't believe that you didn't, but fine. Let's just say some people didn't. So I don't hate you. You get a fucking pass. But this woman fucking knew, so she's a sack of shit. You had nothing to do with the divorce. Your money's not being taken away. Your money's not being fucking siphoned off. You're not giving her fucking alimony. What do you give a shit? How the fuck does it have anything to do with you? Jesus Christ. It's just, I just don't understand people, I just don't fucking get it. I don't understand people. This woman has no fucking reason to be upset. I like when scumbags get mad at people who didn't do anything to them. It's pure fucking projection. Like, you're a piece of shit, so you're going to project that somebody else is a piece of shit. Anyway, but that's where we're at. That is the latest in the saga of Chris Johnson's dad's a huge fucking dick, and his sack of shit new wife is also a huge piece of shit. And fuck you both, and I'll be back Sundays and Wednesdays. That's new podcast episodes come out. Podbean is the host. Every episode is there. Website or the app, wherever you want. I'm on Apple Podcast and Google Podcast and Spotify and iHeartRadio as well. Other places too, like fucking Pandora's got it now. How about that shit? I think I'm on like Amazon Podcast. Fuck. I'm also on Twitter at Johnson Hates You if that's your thing. Or on Instagram if that's your fucking thing. That's my thing. I love that shit. And maybe 5 minutes. Or my Facebook timeline. I'm going to pop the podcast videos there too.